If you're a coach and you've been struggling to get clients, this video is going to make a huge difference for you, because I'm going to share with you one thing that you need to be focusing on in order for you to get the right kind of clients. So today I held a webinar, and one of the ladies during the webinar talked about how she does relationship coaching, and she talked about how she meets a lot of people who need her services, but none of them want to pay her. And this is something of that webinar that I want to share with you that will really help you in order for you to get clients and to get the right people who are actually ready to pay you for their services, because they appreciate the value of what it is that you have to offer. And this thing that I think you should be focusing on as a coach, and I say this because I also went down the same path, the thing you need to be focusing on is your brand. When I started coaching, I was more focused on getting clients and sharing my knowledge. And that's a good thing. I was also very focused on getting the right information and being able to help my clients achieve the best results. That's a good thing. I know that's the same thing for you. But if you don't have a brand, if people don't know about you, if they don't know how you can help them, then they are less likely to believe what you have to say after that. And don't worry about building a brand. You don't have to have a big budget. I'm going to share with you how you can build your brand for free. Because building a brand that you can leverage on to get clients, building a brand that actually has value. Amazon stock is valuable not just because of what they do, but because of the name Amazon, because it's trusted. Apple, same thing. Safaricom, same thing. Banks, same thing. Stanchart, Barclays, ABSA, now not Barclays, but all these companies have built brand, and it takes a while to build a brand. It's a long game. So same thing for you. If you want to get clients who actually value what it is that you have to offer, who believe you when you say you can help them, you need to build the brand, because the brand is what will help build trust with them and with other people who will then get to learn about what you do and how you change lives and businesses out there, depending on what you coach on. So let me share with you how you can build your brand without having to pay. First thing you can do is we have social media. Like social media, if you understand the power of social media, you would definitely use it for your business and for your benefit. Because social media is like owning your own TV station, your own newspaper station. You get to control what content you put out there. And I know it takes time. Like it takes time for me to make this video. I could be doing something else, but I'm making this video for you because I'm using my media. I want to share the message that's going to help you make something different, get a new client, do your coaching better, set up your coaching business even better. So when it comes to using social media, use it. Use it like a media house. You don't see a TV station not having 9 o'clock news because it was too much work today. They have news every day, twice a day. They wake up early. Some of the presenters are in the station at 4 a.m. to give you content. So why not give your audience that content, that level of dedication? I know it takes work, but if you want to build your brand for free, you have to put in the time, right? So use social media, create a YouTube channel. What's stopping you from creating a YouTube channel and just sharing, like I'm sharing with you, things that will help you build your brand? Because a brand is built on trust. And if nobody knows you right now, even if you have 5 subscribers when you start, as you start to share more and more, you'll start to build momentum. Do Facebook lives, Instagram lives, depending on where your audience hangs out. Go there, do lives, create content consistently. Be consistent, because you're looking at building your brand. You're not just looking at trying to get clients and then having to send proposals to people who haven't built trust with you. Sometimes I tell somebody who approaches me because someone else told them about me, I share a link to my YouTube channel or a webinar that I have that gives free value, because I need them to understand what I'm about. I need them to understand the value that I'll create for them. I don't want to have a conversation with anybody who's just like, Oh, I don't know you. Send me a proposal. How much do you charge? I ain't having that conversation, because you'll never buy from me. You'll never sign up for my programs if you're coming in from the perspective of how much is it again? You need to come in from the perspective of you're the best person who can solve my problem, who can help me through this difficulty, who can bridge me across the challenge that I have been having for the last God knows how many years. Then we can have the conversation and I can find out, are your goals aligned with what it is that I would be able to coach you on? If they are, then I'll share with you what it is that I charge for my service. But stop sharing your proposals and telling people how much it costs to work with you before they've understood your value, before they've understood what your brand is worth. And don't get me wrong, you are a brand, whether you like it or not. Just control that narrative. If you leave it and you say you're not going to do anything on it, you still are a brand, just one nobody knows about, or just one that the narrative is not what it is that you want it to be. But if you want the narrative to be your area of expertise, to be the people who you can help, then you create that content. And it doesn't matter if you have to wake up earlier or sleep later so that you can do that webinar or prepare those slides or create that YouTube video or set up that live. Even if you don't know what buttons, find a YouTube video that will show you what buttons to press if you want to do a Facebook live or an Instagram live. But create that content to build your brand, to help people, to build trust with the right kind of people. Because you'll curate your content for the audience that you need to hear it. Which means that people who are going to consume it are already like, I do have that problem. That does resonate with me. I do need to talk to Jacqui and find out how she can help me get more coaching clients. Right? The second thing that you can do to build your brand is give your services for free. I know, I don't like to tell people to do things for free, but if it's to build your brand, do it. Do interviews, do talking events, do things that you can do for free, that you can leverage and reach a wider audience and start the conversation up around what it is that you can do for people. So find groups. Go to, if let's say you're doing relationship coaching, find groups, maybe they're homes where battered women seek shelter. Talk to them for free. Provide your service for free. That goodwill you're going to build is going to come back. It's going to ricochet and come back to you. And that's what you want. You may be doing it for free for this group of people, but you never know. It will come back. Or somebody from that group of people will mention it to somebody else. And the next thing you know, you have a paying client from a gig you did for free. So that's another thing you can do. The third thing that you can do as you're building your brand is to share testimonials. Share testimonials about the results you've been able to get for others. Quote them, not fake testimonials. Quote the people. Get their permission if you have to. Ask them for a video. Do an interview with them where you get to ask them where were they before they started working with you, where are they now, how has their life improved, what would they tell somebody else considering going through their your coaching program. Interview your clients and share this out there, because there'll be somebody who will resonate with it. There'll be somebody who will be looking and saying, wow, that lady is in exactly the same position I'm in. That gentleman is suffering with the exact same problem I'm suffering with. Let me call this executive coach and find out whether she can help me scale in my career, get promoted, get a raise. How to approach that conversation. How to be the person who the company wants to promote. So share these testimonials. They'll do wonders for you. They really do help to build trust. They really do help to get more people to know how it is that you can help them. And even for me, like I'm sharing this with you, and I'm also telling myself, I need to be doing more of these things. I don't necessarily do them all the time, but I need to also start to do them. And there is some free stuff that I also end up doing that you may not get to hear about. Like sometimes when somebody needs my help and I know they may not be able to afford my services, I have a free coaching call for them. I record the call and I can share that on social media or share it with somebody else who is suffering with the same problem to show them the kind of results I can get them. So I do it for free, but then I can leverage that conversation to build trust with other people or to get people to see what it is that I can help them with. So those are the things that you can do as a coach. You know, I know you focused on getting your program right, like being able to get your clients results. You focus a lot on trying to get clients, but don't neglect building your brand. If you neglect building your brand, then you're at the mercy of these short-lived activities that you're doing. Like, for example, if you're always running ads, then you're at the mercy of the ad platforms to try and get you clients. But if you build your brand, you also have a brand that will outlive all these other short-term things and that will live longer and that will continue to get you clients and continue to build brand over the long haul. So that's what you want to do. People like Gary Vee have built brands for years. How? For free on social media. He started by sharing, he used to have wine TV or something, by sharing about wine. Today he's one of the most famous digital people whose presence is like everywhere. He's like on all channels. He has so many followers. He's what do you call these drawings that he did, NLPs that he sold for millions of dollars because he's built a brand. Nobody would buy your sketch of like a tiger. It looked like Winnie the Pooh's tiger. Like, no one would buy your thing if nobody knows who you are. But the reason they bought his is because he's built a brand. The reason why some clothes are more expensive than others is because they have a brand. Nobody's gonna buy a t-shirt for $40 that has no brand on it. They're going to buy that t-shirt because it says Nike or Under Armour. Same thing with you. You're a brand. Don't just leave it and let fate just take you along for the ride. I'll build my brand with those few who know me. No. You need to actively build your brand. You need to actively do things. If you read some of these autobiographies about the founders who've built these really big brands, look at how their journey. They started small. They started doing free stuff. Brian Chesky used to pay his hosts to stay with them and get to find out what the experience is like, what they like about the platform. He would pay them to stay at their house to get that information. Brian Chesky is the founder of Airbnb. He did these things because he knew he was building a long-term brand. And it's the same thing with you. Build your long-term brand as a coach. Let us know what you're an expert in. Share this content. And feel free to include links below this video of some of the things that you've done. Because if other people are seeing, like in the comments, you may find that you get somebody who clicks on your channel and says, I resonate with that. I'm actually looking for somebody who's like that. And they end up becoming your customer. So share that information. And I love to read comments, like my love language is comments. So share those comments below this video. Tell me how you're going to build your brand. Tell me if this makes sense for you, and share those links. I would also love to see and just give you feedback on what it is that I think you can improve. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll see you at the next video because I'm going to put another video on this screen that is going to be just as helpful as this one. And I look forward to seeing you because you're going to subscribe, right? I look forward to seeing you in the comments and in future videos that I'm going to make. Ciao!